in the quiet, peaceful village of Meadowbrook. The morning sun poured its golden light over the charming cobblestone streets, waking the world up with a warm, gentle touch. A bright-eyed little girl named Lily, her golden hair neatly tied back with a pretty blue ribbon, skipped happily along the path. By her side was her best friend, Whiskers, a sleek black cat with stunning emerald eyes that shimmered like polished gems in the sunlight. Their morning walk always led them to the same wonderful place, Mrs. Gable's bakery. As they approached, the sweet, comforting scent of freshly baked bread and pastries drifted out to greet them, wrapping them in a delicious hug. Lily and Whiskers stopped right in front of the bakery window. There, nestled among the displays of croissants and cakes, sat a small, unassuming glass jar. A simple handwritten label was pasted on it, reading "Dreams and Pennies." Lily, filled with childhood curiosity, pressed her little nose against the cool glass, her breath fogging it up for a moment. She looked at the coins inside, each one representing a small hope or a wish. She whispered softly, almost to herself, "One day I'll have my own jar just like that." From behind the counter, Mrs. Gable, a kind woman with flour on her apron and a smile that could brighten anyone's day, heard her. She looked at Lily with warm, knowing eyes and said, "Good things grow, my dear, when you give them time, just like dough rising in the oven." Her words were as comforting as the warm bread she baked. That morning, Lily used the few coins she had jingling in her pocket to buy a single, delicious cinnamon bun. The warm, sweet treat was a perfect start to her day. But as she was about to leave, Mrs. Gable reached over the counter and handed her a tiny, shiny cookie shaped just like a coin. It was a special treat, not for sale. "For every coin you save," Mrs. Gable said with a gentle smile, "imagine you're planting a seed for your dream." Lily looked at the cookie, then back at Mrs. Gable, and nodded thoughtfully. The baker's words planted a seed not just in her imagination, but in her heart. Later that afternoon, filled with a new sense of purpose, Lily went on a treasure hunt in her own home. She found an old dusty jam jar tucked away in the pantry. She took it to the kitchen sink and washed it carefully, scrubbing until it sparkled and shone in the afternoon light. It was perfect. With a sense of ceremony, she took her very first shiny coin one she had saved just that morning and dropped it into the jar. Clink. The sound was small, but to Lily, it was the most wonderful sound in the world. It was the sound of a beginning. Her loyal friend Whiskers, who had been watching her every move, purred softly beside her, rubbing against her leg as if to say, "I approve." This is a very good idea. Days melted into weeks, and a new routine blossomed in Lily's life. She became a little helper around Meadowbrook each time she helped Mrs. Gable at the bakery, perhaps by dusting the flour from the shelves or arranging the cookies in neat rows. She would earn a coin. When she swept the front porch for Mr. Harrison, the kind-hearted banker who was never seen without his signature brown hat, he would thank her with another shiny coin. Every evening after her work was done, Lily would rush home to her special jar. She would hold the day's earnings in her hand, feeling the cool metal before dropping each coin inside. Clink, clink, clink. She loved watching her dream garden grow, coin by coin. The jar, once empty and clear, was slowly filling up, becoming a beautiful mosaic of silver and copper. One sunny afternoon, Lily picked up her jar. It felt heavy in her hands, heavier than it had ever been before. She peered inside and saw that it was nearly full. The coins piled high, glittering in the sunlight that streamed through her window. A huge smile spread across her face. She had done it. She had saved enough money. She could finally buy the little red kite she had been dreaming of since the first breezy days of spring. She had seen it in the toy shop window, its bright color calling to her every time she passed by. With her heart thumping with excitement, she carefully poured the coins out onto her bed, counting them one by one. She had more than enough. But as she gathered them up, a thought sparked in her mind, a lesson learned from Mrs. Gable and her own patient saving. Instead of spending every single coin, she decided to buy the kite but keep a few coins left over to put back in her jar. She wanted to keep her dream garden growing, even after she had picked its first flower. Her jar wasn't just for one dream, it was for all the dreams yet to come. With her brand new red kite in hand, Lily ran to the big green meadow at the edge of the village. The wind was perfect, just strong enough to play. She let out the string, and with a gentle tug, the wind caught the kite and lifted it higher and higher into the bright blue sky. Lily laughed, a pure, joyous sound that echoed across the field. But her happiness wasn't just because she had a new toy. It was a deeper joy, a sense of accomplishment. She had learned the quiet, powerful magic of saving, of working towards a goal, and the sweet satisfaction of achieving it. She had discovered that patience wasn't just about waiting. It was about building something wonderful, piece by piece. Her faithful friend Whiskers sat peacefully in the soft grass beside her, his long tail flicking gently back and forth as he watched the brilliant red kite dance and swoop among the fluffy white clouds. It was a perfect moment of simple, profound happiness. And somewhere back in the village, standing behind the bakery window and watching the red dot soar in the sky, Mrs. Gable smiled a knowing, proud smile. The little girl had learned a lesson far more valuable and much sweeter than any bread or cookie she could ever bake. Lily had discovered the joy of patience and the beauty of purpose. And so, in the little village of Meadowbrook, a small girl and her cat taught us that every day holds a story waiting to be told, and that the biggest dreams often start with a single, small coin. Thank you for joining us on this little adventure. Remember to like this video if it brought a smile to your face, and subscribe for more heartwarming stories. See you soon, little dreamers.